Alright, good morning guys. It is 9:15 in the morning here in with Central Time. So I'm gonna just show you guys the crystal ball contest. I hit fourth place. You don't get anything for fourth place, so you gotta hit the top three. And then my wife hit ninth place, but the only thing that I was really thinking about was the demo contest because she hit fourth place. And you guys can see here on the rankings of July 2017. And I don't even know who these names are. But the only thing that I might think that it's rigged is because you get so close and then you anticipate winning, and then next thing you know, like it takes them a whole week to figure it out on who won. And I had to live chat with them so many times to get this figured out.
Basic.
No, girl, stop. Gosh, my daughter drives me nuts in the morning. All right, so like I said, I'm just doing a little complaining because I might think that the demo contest is rigged, and let's shift back to where this demo contest is. I'll make it plain and simple. First thing is first, if you really want to win the demo contest, I would love to see everyone win, but like I said, it only comes down to the top three. The only way to win the demo contest is to stack your trades on top of trades. And like I've been showing you guys, I still have my positions from last night. And I'll talk about what happened last night. I still have gold. I'm still trying to sell gold. I'm still trying to buy USD JPY. I'm stacking a bunch of trades on top of trades. I'm selling euro. I'm selling the pound. I'm selling the Zealand. I only got one buy on CAD and one buy on, well, two buys on USDG. But heavily focus on stacking positions. You want to stack enough positions. And I know that you can see that I am negative on my free margin. But they won't close out your trades because you're still blue and your equity is higher than your balance. You don't want to go too negative. But if you know that the trades are going your way and the positioning for long term, then yes, I would keep it. That's the fastest way of building your demo account. Whether it's a $5,000 account, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, or even, there are some accounts where you can start at $1 million and bring it up to like $10 million within a matter of 2-3 weeks if you wanted to. You have to just stack trades. You have to stack positions as much as you can and go along with the trend. And until that trend reverses on you. If you look at the daily chart, show you guys the daily chart. I'm not falling for this right now. It's been consolidating so much from last night up until now, and it's probably gonna keep consolidating because there's two Fed speeches at 11 and at 1 p.m. I mean at noon. 11 and noon, I think. I'm just trying to get back to you guys here. Yeah, there's one at 11:30, and then there's one at the only thing my FX book doesn't do on the mobile app is that they don't tell you the time. They just tell you the hours until when that happens. So at 12:30, no, that's sooner than I thought. 10:45 and 12:30. So you got back-to-back speeches from Bullard and Cash Carry, and then at 2 o'clock you had the consumer credit. So those are three biggest ones for US. And then on top of that you have, like I said, on the mobile app here for investing.com, I recommend everyone to get it. because I talk about the news. And as you guys can see, I have all this stuff. Investing.com, my FX book, FX Street, FX Pro Toys. I don't really go to the FX Pro or the FX team. Mainly just FX book, FX Street, and investing.com. I recommend getting those apps. I'm gonna show you guys the daily. This is the daily chart on USD JPY. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys can see this. But no, yeah, there you go. Notice that they created that one green candle for the mountain. Parabolics are 2 dots. Got a bunch of buys. Waiting for the shift to happen, but it probably won't happen until the speeches. Same thing for gold here. Okay. This is the daily chart on MetaTrader 4 for gold. Okay. Notice the 3 dots on top. That's the parabolic SAR. Okay. The red candle starting to go down. That's the second red candle. Okay, now you see the 2 red lines on the daily. We're creating that downhill. Okay. And this is the red and green hills are the awesome oscillator. On the other iPhone, I have the I'll show you guys. I have the other oscillator, the stochastic, whatever it's called. As you can see, this is on the 4 hour. So this is on the 4 hour here. Notice that it looks overbought on the 4 hour. Oh, this is on USD-CAD, no wonder. Of course USD-CAD's overbought for now. On the 4 hour, it started, yeah, it just started to peak back up on the on USD JPY. I want you guys to take a look at this. Yep. This is, yeah, so that red line that pairs up with the blue line, the red line, the stochastic oscillator has 2 lines. And so I have the pink and the lime green dotted line, and then the blue line, the dark blue line is RSI, and then the red dotted line is the MACD. And then I shaded those gray lines, those mountains, because that's with the MACD. And the reason why I do this is because I'm trying to figure out where the mountains are going. And so I know there's a term for it. I just call it mountains. I just call it hills. It creates enough. After like the 3rd or the 4th mountain, then you notice that after so many downhill trends, or after so many mountains going down, it has to come back up and create those mountains going back up. And so it's just like a roller coaster ride, and eventually it'll go down, but can't go down all the time. And so when you look at these hills, these mountains, you can anticipate a little bit more on where the trend might go, and so it's easier to follow the trend. Like I said, the fastest way of building your demo account is just stacking your trades. And I did make a promise to keep doing the demo contest to be top 3, but I'm really just thinking about just leaving it alone. This is probably the last. This will be the last 30 days. Not probably, but this will be the last 30 days I'm recording a demo contest. And if you really need help on your demo contest, like I said, you gotta stack positions as much as you can, and you gotta focus on 2 currencies. And you have to understand that when the trends reverse, they're gonna go the opposite direction. and follow the 4 hour and the daily, and especially swinging is a lot better than scalping. Um, the 12 hour pattern, like I said, it's not really consistent. It's just consistent when there's enough news to follow. And back to Sunday till now, there's so much consolidation, so much ranging that the pairs haven't really went up enough for me to reverse any of my trades on the 12-hour pattern. You notice that USD JPY just messing around at 110.6, back to 110.8, back to 110.6, back to 110.8. Gold's just messing around at 12.57, 12.58. I mean, it's worth selling euro and pound. I mean, because euro, I highly doubt euro is gonna go back to 118. I mean, it hit 118 during London sessions and then it went back down. Pound ain't going back to 132. It's at 130 right now. So those are the two pairs that are pretty much I'm making a lot of money on right now versus you see the negative positions that I have for USD JPY and gold right now because they're just in this little gap, this little price gap, and so it's really hard to make that shift. And then you start. I remember last time, a couple months back, I started to anticipate because it consolidated so much that I didn't know what to expect. So I assumed that everything would just go the opposite way. But then had I just stick with the swinging that I had, but in my positions that I had, that it would eventually it went my way. It just took longer because that day there was nothing going on. There was no economic data releases. There were no speeches. There was nothing going on. Everything was just consolidating that whole day, and I figured that it would just reverse during Tokyo sessions, but it didn't. And so it's very, very important to stick with what you have, even though it's consolidating. And like I said, if you think it might reverse, then go back to the hourly chart, go back to the 4 hour and the daily, especially if you're swinging. I don't scalp anymore. I'm tired of scalping because if you're scalping, you're just constantly looking at the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart, and that's just too much. It's too much headaches. Yes, it's cool to catch a couple pips, but that's not what I want to do. No. You're in it for the long haul. You're in it for long term. Not just to make quick cash and then bounce. And so that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Like I said, there's two Fed speeches, one at 10:45 and one at 12:30, and then the consumer credit at 2 p.m. And this is all Central Time that I'm talking about. So Central Time in the lovely state of Wisconsin. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? I think that's all I got. My goal is to get this demo account up to 10 million. So if you see the 5,122%, so they made that demo account up to 5.1, 5.2 million. And so the percentage of the gain is pretty high, especially when you start with 100,000 and then at the end of the month you made it to 5 million. I had it at 5 million, but ended up not cashing out at the 5 million mark. But like I said, I'm just saying my opinion. I think it's rigged. Maybe it's not rigged. I don't get how they can update the crystal ball contest right away every Monday because it's a weekly thing. But then demo contest comes around, they just took their time and had to figure things out, and then finally re-updated today because I live chatted with them this morning. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just my little 2 cents. That's all for you guys. Like I said, the fastest way of building your account, you gotta stack your trades. You gotta keep stacking those positions. And like I'm talking about $25 lots, $50 lots, $75 lots. But if you're still at 100,000, remember like I said, the max you can do is four positions at $100 lots at 100,000. After that, you can't really do anything. So that's why I recommend to start with 15, 25, 30. $15 lots, $25 lots, $30 lots, and gradually just keep stacking those trades top each other once it turns blue. And that's the like I said, that's the fastest way, just flipping it around. I mean, I don't know any other faster way of flipping the account. You know, I guess the only other way of flipping the account is if you max one bet, but then you better hope that currency goes your way if you really max that one bet. And so I think you could max, if I could do four positions on $100 lot, I think I could probably do a $500 lot on one currency with the $100,000 to play with. That's just my guess on the leverage that they give you. So you play around the demo contest long enough, you'll get better going live. And I want to be able to, so I want to be able to master the art of flipping a forex account. You see people flip houses. Why can't we flip a forex account? And so I'm willing to test myself, not testing nobody, testing my skills, testing how much I know, and see if I can flip an account. And so I'm really going to start this once I get this demo contest out of the way. And another tip for the crystal ball contest is I look at today's value, and then let's see, I'm trying to see. I look at today's value, and then I look at, what am I doing here? Okay. Okay, so well, the bet's on USD JPY, so it's a little bit easier to bet on. It is. I anticipate USD JPY to be either 113 or 114, somewhere around there. I highly doubt it's gonna hit 115. That's way too high. Everyone's talking about 115 being the resistance point of USD JPY. Like I said, I look at the daily chart and the weekly chart. I look at the daily chart and the weekly chart of what might happen and what I can predict for the 7 days ahead. You have a week from today to hit the actual price. I've been really consistent on being top 10. So it's kind of hard to know exactly what the price is, but if you predict it going with the daily and the weekly chart, you can anticipate a little bit more on where it might range on the price. And that's why I talk about the price gap. And so with that, you can hit these. You can, like what I do, I would write down 3 prices. I would write down, like for euro, what's it? I hit euro. I was 4th place, right? Yeah. So I was, I was 4th place for euro, and last week I anticipate euro to drop. It did drop. It dropped a lot, especially on Friday, all the way back to 117.2. And so, and then it regained itself, and then it just fluctuated so much around 117.8, 117.9, and then finally climbed up to 118 during London sessions, and then it stayed around 117, and then it finally hit 117.9. But I already knew that I already knew that I wasn't there because a lot of people are already guessing, 118, and like you see this person guessing 118.0, and but it stayed at around 117.9. So whoever guessed 117.9, I knew someone had it. So you can anticipate a lot better with not the four, with the daily and the weekly chart. And people on the weekly chart, it's a little bit hard to predict because then you can see that there's not much movement to predict where it's going. But you can tell that on the weekly chart. I'm going to show you guys the weekly chart for Euro. On the weekly chart for Euro, it should, yeah. So if you look at the weekly chart, look at the oscillator is already predicted to go down. RSI is above 70, and MACD is still pointing up. What does that mean? I'm going off the oscillator. Obviously, it's got to come back down. RSI, I have not seen RSI hit that high on a weekly chart. For it to hit that high, that's a lot of green candles on the weekly chart here for Euro, right? It's a lot of green candles. Okay. So I already know what to anticipate when I look at the weekly chart. Okay, it's got to drop back. I don't know, a lot of people thought they might hit 120. It hit 119. I'm just going off. Like I said, I'm just basing off of what my experience, of what I've been testing out, what I've been doing, and that way you guys can see, that I'm trying to be, as real as possible and legit to you guys, so that you guys, don't have to see me as some fake guy talking about what I don't know. And like I said, I want everyone to win. I just don't want me Beetle guy winning all the time. I did say I want to strive to be top 3 in the demo contest and top 3 in the crystal ball contest, but if I want to master the art of flipping a Forex account, it can't just be demo contest and crystal ball contest forever. And so it has to be strictly live trading, day in and day out, flipping as much as I can. And like I said, I'm going to do FinPro live and LMFX live. And I'll probably start with them with 250 or 300 each. And I'm going to go on a 30-day contest for myself, see which account gets the biggest. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that next month. This is the last month I'm doing the demo contest. And so I really want to put my skills to the test. That's just me. I'm not challenging no one on this. And like I said, I really want to see everyone succeed and take my knowledge and take these patterns that I talk about and reversals, and I don't use support and resistance. I don't use Fibonacci. You guys see my past videos, and I want you guys to have some sort of benefit from watching these videos. Not just me talking about, oh, I might take this trade, because of this. No. I'm trying to show you guys as much real life examples as much as I can for you guys. So there you guys have it. Monday morning. Still consolidating. USD JPY still consolidating. Gold's back at 1258, but like I said, I anticipate nothing really won't shift until Wednesday. Tomorrow there's really not much going on either. So plus Canada's got a holiday. So I wouldn't be messing around with USD CAD at all tomorrow. I wouldn't. Waste of time. Alright guys, I hope this video helps you guys out.